Right now on Jamaica News Page tonight.
I may never know what happened to my daughter, Donna-Lee Donaldson. I may never get a bone, but justice will serve. Justice will serve.
The nation on sentencing watch in the Donna-Lee Donaldson case. Her mother says the pain of not knowing where her daughter's body is remains unbearable, and tonight you'll hear the sentence she's hoping the judge delivers. Also tonight,
all you hear is bang, 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 and I literally just grabbed my daughter and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
Tragedy involving a Jamaican family in the United States. 4 people are dead after a shooting inside a New Jersey home. And back home, heartbreak in St. James after a 6-month-old baby dies in an early morning house fire.
When he said, I don't know what caused the fire, I'm just asleep and I just see heat wake him up. Everybody in the house not asleep.
Plus, there's good news tonight, a powerful story of hope and healing as doctors continue a life-saving mission helping children across the island. Welcome or welcome back to Jamaica News Page tonight, news that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica. And we're powered by viewers just like you. Please click subscribe and tap the notification bell to stay connected. Thank you for joining us, Glenn Hardy. Jamaica News Page tonight starts right now. As former policeman Noel Maitland prepares to be sentenced this Friday for the murder of social media influencer Donna-Lee Donaldson, the victim's mother says the approaching moment has reopened wounds she has struggled to carry since her daughter disappeared 3 years ago. Donaldson, a 24-year-old social media influencer, was reported missing on July 13, 2022, after she was last seen the previous night at the Chelsea Manor apartment of her boyfriend, Maitland, in St. Andrew. Investigators later concluded that she had been murdered, even though her body has never been found. Following a highly publicized trial that gripped the nation, a jury found Maitland guilty of murder and preventing the lawful burial of a corpse. Now, with sentencing approaching, Donaldson's mother, Sophia Lugg, says she continues to live with a pain that has never eased. For Lugg, the legal process reaching its final stage is bittersweet. Her greatest wish is not only for justice, but for the truth. She says, I'm hoping that God will work a miracle where Noel will just tell me where my daughter's remains are. Lugg also hopes the court imposes the harshest possible sentence. In her words, we know he's going to be sentenced. We don't know how many years, but I'm hoping he gets 100 years, even though that is not in the law books. Still, she insists punishment alone cannot bring her peace. She also hopes the court considers the emotional toll. According to Lugg, I hope the judge considers the emotional tragedy I'm going through, not knowing where my daughter is. The pain is real. Despite the emotional toll, Lugg says she plans to be in court for sentencing. She says, that's the last day I'll be blessing my eyes on him. Maybe it will trigger him to say something so I can find her. Back home, reminders of Donna-Lee are everywhere. Lugg says, every turn I turn, there's a photograph on the wall. She adds, her trophies and awards are all around the house, and those are what I have to use to feel closer to her. She describes her daughter as multi-talented, ambitious, focused, and down-to-earth, but the tragedy has taken more than one life from the family. Donaldson's father also died while the case was ongoing. According to Lugg, he collapsed shortly after learning the trial would not begin until April 2025. She explained, on January 15, 2024, when Noel went to court and they announced the trial begins next year, that was when he fell from the bed unconscious. He never talked again and then died on the 19th. Donaldson's father had been living in the Bahamas and had already been struggling with heart problems. Lugg says the loss has left her world shattered. Donna-Lee had been the primary provider in the household, helping her mother financially and ensuring she attended medical appointments. Lug says, "So now I'm in the middle of nowhere." She hopes to eventually create a memorial to honor her daughter. In her words, "I want to keep a memorial for her. I'm not fully confirmed for it yet. But after this tough part, I can think about where to go from there." Under Jamaica's Offenses Against the Person Act and the sentencing guidelines for judges of the Supreme Court, severe psychological suffering experienced by victims' families can be treated as an aggravating factor when determining punishment. Courts have also recognized the extraordinary trauma caused when families are unable to bury their loved ones. Meanwhile, despite the guilty verdict, Maitland's attorney, Christopher Townsend, says his client remains steadfast in his claim of innocence. Townsend says Maitland intends to challenge the conviction through the Court of Appeal and possibly the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council. During the trial, the prosecution relied heavily on circumstantial evidence, including CCTV footage, forensic analysis, and cell phone data. However, Townsend mounted a vigorous defense in his closing arguments. Townsend told jurors they searched his apartment, they conducted tests, and confirmed at least 3 samples of Donna-Lee's blood. What relevance must be placed on this? I say none. He argued that Donaldson had experienced miscarriages while in the apartment, which could explain how blood was present. Townsend argued she was there all the time, which means it could have happened in several different ways. He added, "You have to remember that the scientist the prosecution called said, 'I don't know when that blood got there. That blood could have been there a year before she went missing.'" He also challenged testimony from a car wash attendant. Townsend said, "If somebody got killed inside there where blood are run like rice grain out of a settee from a stain the size of a June plum, wouldn't you see blood elsewhere?" He reminded jurors that forensic investigators sprayed chemicals inside the apartment designed to detect blood, and no additional traces were found. Townsend urged the jury, "You have to put the rumors out of your mind. You have to look at the evidence here today and act fearlessly. The society rests on your shoulders. Justice in Jamaica rests on your shoulders." Despite those arguments, the jury ultimately returned a guilty verdict. Now, as the country awaits sentencing, attention has turned back to the unanswered questions surrounding Donaldson's disappearance, especially the location of her remains. For her mother, the hope remains that the truth will finally emerge. Join Jamaica News Page this Friday, March 13th, for Noel Maitland's sentencing. Turning now to a developing story involving a Jamaican family in the United States. A New Jersey father is dead after police say he carried out a deadly shooting that left 3 other people dead, including the mother of his children and her parents. The violence unfolded early Tuesday morning at a home in Bayville, that's about an hour and a half outside New York City. Investigators say officers responded shortly after 5 a.m. to reports of gunfire at the residence.
Your victim's going to be at number 8 Fairwood Drive.
All you hear is bang, 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 bang. And I literally just grabbed my daughter and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
We were laying in bed and out of nowhere, there was just rapid, consistent echoing. Of course, we know it's gunfire now.
When authorities entered the home, they found Alan Russell, 61, and his wife, Michelle Russell, 60, dead from apparent gunshot wounds. 3 minor children were also inside the home, but were not physically harmed. Investigators later discovered the body of Deanna Stewart, 38, Russell's daughter, about 50 yards from the house. Authorities say she had been chased down the street and shot multiple times. Police believe the gunman was Vaughn Stewart, 37, Deanna's estranged husband and the father of the 3 children. Investigators say he entered the home and shot his in-laws before pursuing Deanna outside. He then returned to the house and took his own life. Authorities say the motive for the deadly attack remains unclear, and investigation into the tragedy remains ongoing. Back home, a 6-month-old baby girl has died in a house fire in St. James. She has been identified as Nymera Graham.
When you say I don't know what caused the fire, I'm just asleep and I just heat wake them up. Everybody in the house not asleep.
I understand somebody tried to save the baby but got burned. Who is that?
But I baby brother. We left him up at hospital because he get little burn on his body.
So how are you guys feeling in the community now?
Yeah, bear no more. My father come like a butter in my butter.
Officers responded around 1 a.m. to reports of a blaze in a Ginnep Tree community in Montpelier. When they arrived, a board and zinc structure was engulfed in flames.
People hear the pop sound. And he get up and look and the whole place light up and he run come out and say, and look and then he come back and call me and tell me say look like Shella now step on fire.
Shella is your nephew?
Yeah.
Last night, it fire big, me feel say everybody were dead. One piece of fire we are prop, prop, prop. Also we are air fire blaze up. When time me try to help, me never can do nothing. Less than 10 minutes the house catch a fire. Everybody shocked. Cause I fastest fire we ever see.
People must have been screaming and crying.
He had me wake up the whole neighborhood. Me go down and knock up my neighbor and me say help, help, help. Cause nobody never wake up no my baby father we come in at 12 o'clock. So when time me come in, the time they come back out at him see fire and he wake up me first. Somebody me ask for I baby. Me say where baby dey? And he say he no know. And then me say to him say he wear that the fire the big. Everybody in the house must dead. And when time we come up, they say 4 somebody safe and a father safe too.
Okay, so there
So
about
a baby,
5 of them are in there or 6?
a baby order five children and 1 adult. So a baby no get for safe. Make me feel bad because a baby for me baby born in the same time. One born April 26 and a little girl born August. So other playmate them most of the time me carry a baby over a yard and the 2 baby they play together. Yeah. Cause we love a baby, one nice baby, pretty baby. Me feel it for him cause it would happen to me same way. That's why me cry cause it will away a mother.
My father was there with the other as a kids. He said he threw them through the window. And by the time he to reach to the baby, he couldn't touch the baby. And then just that it. It just rough, it just rough, it just rough, it just rough.
The cause of the fire is now under investigation. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie is assuring Jamaicans that fire hydrants across the island are being installed and repaired, especially as more high-rise buildings are constructed in urban areas. Speaking during a meeting of the Standing Finance Committee, McKenzie said there were 20,536 hydrants across the country as of December 2025, an increase from the previous year. He added that approximately 78% of hydrants are currently operational, representing a significant improvement. The minister also indicated that the government is considering acquiring additional crane trucks to assist the Jamaica Fire Brigade in responding to fires in taller buildings. And finally tonight, a story of healing and hope. For the past 20 years, American cardiologist Dr. Jeffrey Jacobs has been traveling to Jamaica on a life-saving mission, helping to repair the hearts of children born with serious conditions. As co-founder and president of the Cardiac Kids Foundation of Florida, Dr. Jacobs has led 16 medical missions to the island, working alongside Jamaican doctors and nurses at the Bustamante Hospital for Children through a partnership with Chain of Hope Jamaica. The program has helped more than 160 children receive critical heart surgeries that might otherwise not have been possible. During the most recent mission in February, a team of more than 60 overseas volunteers joined the local medical staff to perform 13 life-saving operations. Dr. Jacobs says one of the most rewarding moments is seeing former patients return years later, now healthy adults, some even starting families of their own. Today, the cardiac program at the Bustamante Hospital has grown into the largest self-sustaining pediatric heart program in the Caribbean, a development doctors say is a major point of pride for Jamaica. Proof that through partnership, dedication, and compassion, young hearts can be given a second chance at life. Well done, Doctor. Congratulations to the team. And that's the news on Jamaica News Page tonight. News that keeps you connected to what's happening across Jamaica. And we're powered by viewers just like you. We've got special rewards just for you. When you become a Jamaica News Page member, you'll unlock these special rewards you love, including a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments, shoutouts for your birthday, anniversaries, other special moments, and just so much more. Joining is easy. Just click subscribe, then click join, and choose to become a FUA Star or FUA Elite member right now. That's it, simple and quick. A link to join has been posted in the comments. Please leave a comment so we can welcome you with a shout out. Thank you for joining us, Glenn Hardy, and also thank you for watching Jamaica News Page tonight. We'll see you in the comments, and be sure to join us again for more news. From all of us here, good night.